Hey guys, it is Fire here, and here's the first episode of the world building series I have wanted to do. Now I found a planet. This is not the one, I'll correct myself. I would love to do this planet. You look at this guy, has really interesting formations on it. Lots of rivers, stuff like that. But it's a global desert, and I know I can edit that. That's actually how I've made it look like this. But if you actually go to the surface, it looks like this. The purple atmosphere looks really nice. But if you actually go out, you can see that it has 7 moons. And I think 3 of them are large. Let me check. So we go here. 4 of them are large, like all over 3,000 kilometers. So let's go to the closest one, see how nice this one is. And I know this is just kind of what? Like what? Why? Because I want to see this and, oh, that's bright. But yeah, I thought that was kind of a cool example to start out with. But we're going to go ahead and find some search parameters now. Not there. We're going to actually want to go cancel. Cancel. Thank you. We'll go ahead and go here. And what I want to find is I want to say something with about 0.7 to 1.4. I have to do 0.7 on this now. There we go. The temperature, 0 to 30 is fine. Atmosphere, since you can technically survive down to like a third of the atmosphere pressure, and that I don't want it to be over 4. After that, that's fine. I do not want it to be title locked. Rings are fine. This planet actually has rings, which is really interesting. Organic life would be useful. Doesn't matter because what happens is you can actually see the atmosphere composition. This one's of course just xenon because it's a Selena, and I'm not selected on the one I'd like to be selected on. But if I go 1000 and search in this, and now it'll load for a little bit. Give it half a second because searching 1,000 light years is a little system intensive. But while that's going on, we can go ahead and head over here, and you guys can see just in the distance right there. Hopefully the YouTube compression isn't screwing with it. That there are rings. Let me actually brighten the. There you go. So yeah, it has rings. Let's see. So we have 5 options, and they're all HIP ones. Let's see. So one that's pretty much our sun. Basically, there's one that fits the filter. Let's go see what this guy is. So, massive sun. Well, not massive, but about the size of ours. It's 5th in line to... Actually, this is a really half-decent planet. It's actually, like, yeah, look at that point. And that's how far I am away from it. Where's the orbit? Height. I have no idea, but you can actually look at the atmosphere composition here, and it says... Actually, wait. Are you joking me? Let me see this. Okay, you know what this is? Of course, okay. I'll put an image up on the screen, but just tell me that does not look slightly familiar. Where the crud can I turn off rings? That's planets. Just tell me that continent does not look slightly familiar to you guys with that picture I'm showing you. Of course it is. If you guys, like, with the picture I'm showing you, that is my first world building map, and of course I come to one planet that just decides to randomly have that. So, I mean, let's leave the Milky Way. Or at least that part of the Milky Way. I don't need to be in that part of it. So we're sitting over in that area. Let's go over into... Actually, so, here it is. If, at least what we think we're in these lower bands where we're like in between the bands. So let's find an area in between the bands and not fly through it instantly. There we go. So if we're out here, let's go ahead and see what we have around if I search again. Now there's going to be less systems, which I'm not super happy about, but that's all good. Of course we find that system. Of course we find the one that I've known about. I mean, it's like super Earth-like as well. So it's pretty good. I don't want something that bright, but I don't want it any like lower than that. Something maybe like this with a dual light system. But of course, it's a relatively bright star. Let's go and see what that is. Oh, it's a binary. That's pro. I dislike binary systems. I do. well, they're interesting for stories, which, you know, I'd love to do. Let's see what we have here. So, you have temperate Terra. And, okay, that's good, because that has oxygen in the atmosphere. So that would actually be slightly useful. So we have one there, and then the second guy we have is another one with unicellular. Let's see, what's in this atmosphere? Nitrogen and oxygen. The other one didn't have that, so we're going to go to the smaller star. I said, there we go, smaller star. It's a red dwarf. As long as it's not tidally locked, I'm fine. Which I don't think it is, but its rotation period is 103 days. That's a little rough. Let's see how it looks. No, I don't like this. And yeah, when I find the one I would like to use, I'm going to edit it, but like I'm not going to edit it horribly heavily. Let's go to this guy now. Because yeah, I mean, believe me, that's a really cool looking thing right there, but it's not what I'd like to see. So this guy is 14 hours, so that's much better. Atmosphere is really good. The temperature is actually perfect. I like cold worlds. Let's see, size-wise. Actually, it's about Earth's gravity. Sorry if I'm getting a little quiet here. It's just like, put my face a little closer than that. That is really uncanny, and I'm fine with that. I mean, look at this. There's that star, and there's that star. So you can see there's just a little bit of a twilight zone here. That's okay. I really like this. Is my gamma still up high? Yes, it is. Man, that's really bright. I'll have to turn that down, but I think this is the one we're going to use. I think this is definitely the one we're going to use. So let's go ahead and go into the editor, and let's see what we want to edit first. So radius is fine. Pretty much the size of Earth. Pretty much the size of Earth. I'm fine with that. I don't want to screw with that kind of stuff. If I want to screw with something, I want to make it like, oh, this is actually... Well, I wouldn't say relatively possible, because there's some stuff like I want to, like, you know, completely, you know, clear the continents and such. But let's speed this up just to see how it looks, what the continents are like. Ooh, I really like this. This is like an ocean world. There's one down here that looks like it stays in pretty much constant darkness. Not constant, but it stays in that for a while. I really like this world already, actually. You can see there's plenty of little islands because of all the volcanoes. Yes, volcanoes, that's what they are. One thing I do... Oh, there we go. Whoop. Nope. There. One of the things I really like to do when I'm doing these types of things is I like to make the volcanoes absolutely massive. And I know this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but you are able to get some massive volcanoes, and there's some cool stories I want to do. So if I do that, magnitude radius... I don't want to make them that frequent, so we'll lower the frequency for that. So you'll have, oh yep, there's a big volcano right there. Let's go check that guy out. So I think it's actually snowy. Something else I'll have to fix, but you can see that there's the atmosphere. And that's what I like about these, is you can literally, like, get out. I mean, look at the atmosphere. If you're standing on the top of this, look how thin that is in comparison to what it is at sea level. It's negative 94, and I think this could go for a lot of really cool stories if we're up this high. But I definitely really like this. Absolutely massive volcano, of course. But let's see. So let's say you're starting at sea level, all the way down here. Not there. Boof, right here. Yes, look at that. I'm sorry if I'm stuck on that. There's one of the suns, and there's the other sun. Also, another beautiful, beautiful shot. There we go. Of course, I'll cut some of this stuff out so it's not super, super boring for you guys, but let's see. So, let's see. So about 4 meters above sea level, let's try to get at sea level. So at sea level, it's negative 12 degrees. The atmosphere is entirely full. And the snow starts at about 1 kilometer above sea level. I mean, that's not bad. I want to put it higher than that because that's literally the beach right there. That's all you have. So the first thing we're going to want to do with that is what I would like to do is we're going to make it a little bit hotter. I also don't like this type of atmosphere. Let's see if we have something like thick. Actually, what makes it look better? So we have that, which I like more, but Depends on what you guys like. And then we have Titan, which is generally my favorite. We have the Earth one, which I'd rather not go with because it's just a little too bland and white for me. You have Jupiter, too white. I think Neptune fits this guy well. This is the thing. If I change the hue, be a little more blue like that. So, because, you know, second most common thing, at least what I think this is in, you know, how common it is oxygen. So, I would think that the atmosphere would be a little bit more important to that. So to do that, we'll put the greenhouse up just slightly. Boop. 4.7. We'll go ahead and update that. So that's all updated. Let's see. So now we have ocean style. Let's see. Can I make this? Actually, what is this one? I don't remember this. Oh, it changes the ocean color. I like the blue more because it, you know, signifies deeper oceans. So I think I'll keep that. Surface style. Let's see. I really like this because, look, there's just a little bit of forest, a little bit of grasslands, and then it's just desert and tundra, which I know is weird, but I really like that. Volcanoes up at the poles. I'll have to add ice caps to this as well because, you know, kind of frozen planet. Let's see. I mean, actually, let's see. So if I were to randomize the X... Let's just move out a little. Can I? There we go. If we spin this planet around, let's see what continent... Ooh, whoa. That is beautiful, actually. I really like that. Oh, and look at that. Look at this. It's way down here. Oh, no, I really like this. Yeah, no, I really like this. That's our continent right there. At least that's the one I want to start working on maybe next episode. So we have that. We're done screwing with that. Let's see. So we've messed with the surface style a little. What's that going to do? It should make it just look, you know, a little different, and that's fine. Ooh, desert like that. Yes. Yes, I like that. Text scale. Let's see. Because I like messing with this when you get it a lot lower down, like 1.31 or whatever. It seems like it adds a lot more texture up here. Although, it, of course, when the closer you are, it's like, it's not as good. So, let's go ahead and turn that back up. And that's all fine. Climate pole, we're going to bring that down just slightly. The tropic, we'll start right there, and then we'll have that right there. Temperature gradient, we'll turn that up just slightly. So that should mean that we have ice caps. Yes, no, we don't. Oh, I know why. Let's see. So if I go down and I say, well, we'll turn up erosion a bit. We'll want to turn up ice cap height because that's generally an issue. And those are the poles, yes? Yeah, those are definitely the poles. Spin that fast enough you can tell exactly where they are. So it's right about there. If you guys can see my mouse, probably not. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna have to move the climate of the poles down more. I'll move everything a little further. Come on. Oh, yep. No, that's my issue because I was talking about latitude, not that. So you can see we kind of have an odd shaped. I like that kind of a pole because it's not even. There should be something really similar here as well. If I turn up opaqueness, don't. Yeah, there's definitely something there. See, 60 times brighter, not an issue at all. And boop, boop. There we go. So I'm good with that. I really like the ice caps. I mean, like a lot of these offshore islands as well. I mean, if you were to go here and. Is that actually stuff going on? Yeah, there actually is. This looks really cool. It's a little too soft for me, but I don't really care because from space it doesn't look like that. Of course, this is always really high up and really cold. So, negative 94. Which I'm not actually happy about that doesn't adjust for... Because some of it adjusts, and that's fine. That's fine. It's not going to kill me. Okay, next thing we want to do... At least what I would like to do is let's go ahead and find that continent we were on again. Bad camera angles. Bad camera. Oh, here we go. I am so good. I'm so skilled. Yeah, we'll spin you back around a little. No, yes, this way. There, I'm done. So we have that. So, yeah, that's a lot of green, which I'm fine with. I just want this kind of to be impassable. So if we turn down erosion more. No, that does. I didn't think it did anything. I was just hoping. I'd love mountains here, too. And technically, it does have them. But if we turn up the Montes just slightly, that should add a little bit more in there. Let's see. Driven darkening. What does that do? I don't know, but it's a thing. Color distance magnitude. Again, I do not know. Oh, I like that desert a lot more. And look at that. That almost looks blue. I really love that. Yeah, no, we're doing that. Bump height, bump offset. Okay, that messed with it a little, but it still is mostly full. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I'll have to make a cool species to live there. Let's see, Montes, dunes. Dunes are important. And then frequency is up, and the fraction. Let's go ahead and turn the fraction up a little. There we go. So that just makes, terrain a little bit more interesting. That's odd, but I guess that's fine. Canyons, wide canyons as well. Oh, yes, actually. Let's see can I turn those down just slightly? Yes. I really like that. I really, really like that because you can have, let's say, like we had a city in here, like a capital, super defendable. You have two areas that things can go through unless you're going by. I really like that. We're doing that. And look at that. There's more. That's really cool. I really like this. I'm sorry if I'm on that. It's just like whoa. We'll do not more magnitude but more frequency with rivers because generally when you do too high magnitude, it's not great. I like rivers a lot. We're gonna turn down magnitude even more. No, actually, no, that's too fragmented. That's just too fragmented. We'll turn up that. We'll turn down frequency a little. Let's see where is it? I mean, if we turn the I don't know, guys. I really like having those like almost segregated islands type look like that. I mean, if I zoom out, look at that. The thing is that would mean that this would be fertile, which I'm not a fan of. So if I turn the frequency down, it's better because there's not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, what other continents do we have at our disposal here? I passed a couple. That one looks too plain, but it has some interesting mountains. This, actually, yeah, that one's gone. I'll check on that next time. But, I mean, look at this guy. So, no, that's not going to work. I mean, the thing is, do I reset the thing again? Because I could do this for hours. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and move this. Of course, I'll cut some of this out because it's just me moving this around. It's not super exciting. Ooh. Yes, this entire thing right here would be amazing. We're going to do that. I really like this. I think the rivers are just too big, though. At least for the size I'm using, so we can turn down the frequency of those, and they should shrink. Or no, I probably just had the river's magnitude up way too high. Let's try that. No, that actually, it seems like when that's... If I just go to 83... See, that fixes it. Now you have all these little tiny rivers. So, I don't know. Maybe that's backwards or something, but... Yeah, I don't know. And that means we can turn up the frequency and it won't screw with it. Exactly. So, look at that. No rivers in the desert. I really like that. You have a way through here with some, little islands and such. Lots of green around the edges. And then you have an interesting area down here and down on this island. I really like this. Yeah, I really like this. Yeah, but we're going to use this. Of course, I said that about the last one, but it's all good. Let's look at craters. It's not super, like, big, but they are frequent. Or do I want to have big and not frequent? It depends. Because that's what that is. It's technically a big crater lake. And I know when I go, actually, let's just go down to the surface. Let's see what this looks like. So here's some of the technical mountains. So if I'm going to go up, there's actually even some green on that guy. It is just so bright. It is so bright. We're turning that down a little. Day bright. Spot bright. Just everything, all brightness is going slightly down because it's too bright for me. There we go. See, that looks fine. Man, I really got to work this camera well. We have that. Yeah, I really like this. So, I mean, I'm fine with this. I love this. I mean, oh no, there are ways to do that. Okay, never mind. Because I was thinking that could be a really cool port, or like, you know, quote, Mediterranean Sea type thing. The only thing I don't like about this is there's only 2 mountain ranges, which I wished there were more. So let's think, what can we do about that? Venus actually, I can turn this up a little. That's too high. You don't say. So that should just mess with the continents just slightly, and I'm fine with that. Let's see, frequency. We can actually turn it on the frequency, turn up the magnitude. No, still looks bad. Let's see, take it up to. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that because you can actually look off here and there's like some offshore. I mean, is that land? I really can't tell. It doesn't look like land. It looks like it's underwater. I think it is underwater, but oh my gosh, that's cool looking. Look at that. You know, this is definitely a planet I'm looking forward to making. Well, let's see. So you have this guy up here. I'm actually going to go to Reddit and I'm going to ask like what technology thing and stuff like that, since my viewer base is just not big enough. But hey, if you do have any suggestions, please leave them down there and I'll make sure to add them. So I'm fine with that. Let's turn down the texture scale again. Just a little bit. That's fine, okay. Hills. Just slightly. I just want to add more of those, and I'm not sure what they're called. I know they're not hills, are they? I don't think they're hills. Let's see, so if I turn down the frequency and I turn up the fraction. No, I don't like that. If I turn down the fraction. That gets rid of them entirely. Let's not do that. Okay, let's see. We'll turn that up. We'll turn the frequency up. Okay, that added it back. Let's turn down the magnitude of the canyons again. Yeah, I think I like that better because it's a little bit more. Oh, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I think I like that. Octaves with the rivers, I did mean to turn those up. That should add more little rivers, technically. Or if I turn the octaves down, they should just be like 1 lines, if I'm correct. Oh no, it might be curves. I think that's actually exactly what it is. Yeah, no, definitely curves. I know we have to have curves in the river. Sin. We'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I really like that this is just like the end of it. I mean, you're standing here. I mean, there's clearly mountain ranges for this. They're just not that large. Like this is all mountain. But you can't tell that from here. You can tell that this is clearly mountain because, or maybe those are hills and these are considered mountains because there's just these massive ranges that are, you know, several, like really tall. If I'm right over here, you can tell there's like a massive range there, even from like, you know, probably 100, 200 kilometers away. So you have stuff like that. I do want to see this though, because if let's say you're here. If I were to stand, oh, I don't know, 3-4 kilometers up, you can see that the land actually gets more terrain, like hilly out there, except if you're on the ground like that. Like there we go. So 60 meters up, you can tell that there's hills and such. And then if you got further this way, yeah, some rivers. This is also what I like about the rivers because you can see this. It's all nice and green. So as the river literally tapers off into nothing right at that point, and then it's just moist enough to continue to go that way. But yeah, I really like that. I mean, look at that. It's all kind of sparse in that region. Anything else I want to add? We'll turn the... Well, not turn that up. We don't need a super, like, massive volcano, but, like... let's turn the frequency up a little bit more. Not that high, because that kind of ruins the oceans. Not that high either. there. So you'll have stuff like that. Actually, how tall is this one? Because this one looks really quite tall. So we'll go ahead and go down to sea level and just see. Okay, it's again, you know, it's fine there. But you go all the way up to the top of this. There goes the atmosphere. Pretty much. There's still kind of the glow of it. But I'm thinking this would be a really great place for like an observatory. Observatory? Words, I guess. So yeah, you're not technically out of the atmosphere in this one. You still have... Well, yes, technically you are, but there's not visually out of it. You're not visually out of it yet. Except, you know, you're probably getting hit with lethal doses of radiation. So, I do not know. Clouds are the next thing I want to do with this. So, if I close this, fine. If I close this, knock it off. Knock it off. Close. Yeah, this is not really enjoying me right now at all. Okay, well, it looks like I'm going to have to... Well, I can't restart. That's the thing, because I'm stuck. It won't let me do it. So well, clouds won't matter because I won't see them. So, that's fine. Atmosphere won't matter. I won't see that. I'm just thinking of how can I make this super pretty. Because that's our continents. Yeah, well, no, they're technically two different continents. Which I'm a fan of. Let's see, though, because this looks like it stretches off more than it did last time. Which I like, because there's actually, like, some stuff to this. Some beaches, and it looks good. I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm very, very happy with this. So, of course, this won't... It won't save if I come back in. It'll look entirely different. So, if I have to make any changes right now, I have to do it now. Which I'm thinking, is everything else fine? 14 hours, that's fine. Everything looks fine. I'm fine with that. We're going to go ahead and update it one more time. Go to the export textures. We'll want it in PNG. But I'm going to want to do 40... Actually, I'm going to do 1024 to start out. And I just want the... I should just want the normal map and paint up the oceans, but I'll go with that one just in case. I do not want you to do the cloud layers. We'll go ahead and do that. And then just try to get a higher resolution image. 84, so hopefully a lot larger, and hopefully it doesn't crash because it has done this several times. Yeah, but it does look like it's done. So before I close this program, we got to make sure of a couple things. One of those is I'm going to go check the file right now to make sure that it still has it open, because I can't exit out of this program right now. So give me 2 seconds and I will be right back, and I will check. Okay, guys, well, we did get the export. I had to do it one more time. I had to brighten the planet again to make it look fine. And, of course, it's cut, like, right here. Which is not an issue. I just have to stitch the picture together correctly, and I'll be fine. But what I'll be using for the, I guess, the more like the actual, like, from Space Map or whatever, I'll be using the surface_diff, which is the actual, like, what it actually looks like. But then for anything else, I want to use a surface spec, which is, you know, if it's land, it's black. If it's water, it's white. And that makes it a lot easier for me to do maps around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But we have to save that for the next episode, as this has taken a little longer than I would like it to. So, you know, if you guys enjoyed, please consider dropping a like on this video. It really helps me out. And I hope this series will be unique and to your enjoyment. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.